good morning, our people. Good morning and happy new year once again. Actually, it's going to be happy new year all this month, right? We have a whole month to extend that greetings to our people. My little daughter was asking me, "Mommy, can you say happy new year after a day, a day after happy new year? I mean, after New Year's Day." I'm like, "Of course, you can say it till the rest of the year for all you that you care." So, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. Please share, 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 share. We are not good with promoting our site. Please help us to do the sharing. Even if we have 10 people watching, if they share it out, we can get 10 more people to join us. So help us to share because the information that we are taking is to help us get to our destination faster. Because if we understand the process, then we can move together and get where we're going even much more than we anticipated. So help us to share. Please follow us, subscribe. When you do all these things, when we come on live, they may not notify you. You know, we also on YouTube. That's another thing because we know Facebook is playing with our numbers. So join us on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. They will send you a reminder. It will be one of the videos that you will see when you log in. We also on Twitter. So we have all these avenues just to make it easier for our subscribers or our viewers. So thank you so much. Today is January the 8th of 2022. My name is Monachim Saga, and let me have my sister introduce herself. Sister, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Sister Mona. Thank you, our viewers. We appreciate that you come to us every day. We are open, and you come to get us. Somebody is calling. I don't know. So Mona, please hold on. Move on. Let me know why this call is coming in at this time.
Okay, you want to mute? Okay. All right. So while we are waiting, we can continue to share. That will give Sister Ukwi time to finish up. So help us to continue to share with others. You know, follow up. You can share it as a YouTube version. Actually, I prefer the YouTube version anyway. You can share it up as a Facebook. So go ahead and help us to share. Francis Fana, welcome. Um, we appreciate you. So help us to share. We want to get this done quicker because the good news is that as we are speaking, the so-called loud noise, the non-entities pretending to be working for our people, a lot of them have fallen to the wayside. So we have the opportunity now to um, send out the information, the true information that our people need for their self-determination. So help us to share. We have a website that you can go to and understand the process, the LNC/NINAS process. Is ninasvoice.org. We always promote that website. It's the website for you to go and see. And then you can also follow us on Daughters of Truth. It has all the videos explaining the processes, starting from UN Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, because some people heard that name, Indigenous Peoples, and they went running with it to make money. But there is a true process that can be achieved. Our brother has gone through that process, 21 years in making, by the way, you know, and we are getting somewhere. The only thing holding this thing down, not that you guys are going to stop it, just slowing the process, is that our people, the people that we're doing these things for, are not understanding the process. Either because they are too hungry or because they are believing they can be working 12-hour shifts, clocking in and clocking out, and somebody will bring them their freedom to the doorsteps. And they will praise that process. They will dance to it. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back here.
Okay, go ahead.
It was
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, our people that have subscribed. We're seeing new people subscribing on YouTube. Please keep subscribing. Once you hit it, we'll see it. We'll see it. So this one, I'm not hiding any. We'll see that you have subscribed, and we check from time to time. We appreciate you. Share, 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 like my sister kept saying, because we need this information to get out to our people. Why they are still holding us down, because our people do not know. They don't have the truth with them. So we need to get this truth to our people. So my name is Dr. Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. We'll give you something to think about as we proceed. Some people call it food for thought. Some people call it opening statement. Whatever it is, we want you to be chewing on it as we proceed. You see, lies, like a pack of cards, will always collapse. It is a question of time. Any system or relationship built or sustained by lies will one day collapse, because you know what? Those sustaining it will run short of ideas, and those trapped in their lies will be set free. That's the common destiny of anything built on lies, be it a nation built on fraud and lies like Nigeria, be it a criminal freedom fighting group, a fake religious or church. So far, the foundation is lie and deception. It will eventually come to a sudden end. Therefore, we beg, we plead with you to seek to build on truth. Because truth can never be killed or buried, no matter how hard evil people try. As we move closer to our self-determination, please look out for those who value and respect and seek truth. Form partnership with them. Those who love lies, they will fall off by the roadside. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister. I'm sharing as you can see, so help us to share. We know there's some blocking going on, but that's fine. We need to get this information to our people. And you know, if the Aba women can do this dissemination of information in 1929, we definitely can do better. So help us to share, because as we know it, Nigeria is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. We've been brainwashed with religious rhetoric. So we know that song, right? Jesus is the same today and forevermore. So you can see Nigeria met that criteria at every level. They have never changed. There is the same hell, is the same money that you will bring for your retirement and they will swallow it. Is the same system that allows family members to be kidnapped, even during Christmas holidays. We got a call yesterday that people were being kidnapped after funeral. So that's how bad it is. That Nigeria will never change. Nothing will change the defunct federation called Nigeria, no matter how you try to tweak it. So if we are sincere to ourselves, right? If that's what you guys want, because the reason why we like the fact that Jesus is the same today and forevermore, because we had the sense that he's good. So we want that goodness to remain. But if you want the same Nigeria to be the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, then you will continue to support that defunct federation. So we have lived in that country or defunct federation for better use of word. I have never seen anything tangible in our lifetime. We have watched as our people run from Nigeria and choose death over living in that country. The same Nigeria that former president is the Goodluck told us in 2015, nobody's ambition is worth the blood of any Nigerian, or any Nigerian, right? Remember that. However, blood has been flowing, and Goodluck and his cohorts, they haven't done anything about it. Instead, he chose to be a peace ambassador for some random African nation. And now he has the audacity to be planning to run for 2023 election, while the same blood he said is not what being on the street is flowing. So as we have it right now, no reasonable person will ask what in the every reasonable person can ask, what is it that Jonathan will do for us now that he couldn't do before, right? He's been there before. He went for his 1 year of leadership, and then half that he covered when the former president died, right? So perhaps maybe he will remind us, what is that favorite saying? God there when our blood is flowing on the street. We can see that Nigeria will remain the same yesterday and forevermore. As we speak, youth unemployment rate is about 53%. It went up 33% in 3 months, and is projected to get to 80% in a few years. So you can see there's a drastic need for an action. Unless if you want to be kidnapped, right? Because that would be the next thing. These young boys are not going to sit down when you bring your children from Obodo Yibo. with 20 Akpobi women, or I mean Akpobi men, and you expect them to watch you guys eat and gallivant and go back. Not looking good for any of us. Nigeria is a failed state that took 20 years to connect Lagos and to Ibadan from the first time it was proposed. So we know that we cannot take them seriously. After we have lived there, what, over 50 years now, that the so-called independence was given. They just recently allowed the region where we have the greatest citizens to have their so-called fake international airport, because I don't even think it's functional. So we can see the system will never work for us. So far, Nigeria is managed under the military-imposed fraudulent unitary 1999 constitution, the current system that some of us call federalism. And by this current political action of APC and PDP and whoever they have in place, you will always remain backward and unprogressive. For instance, under the Lucifer's Book of Exploitation, the 2017 Wodo Soludo Ohanese Southeast Development Commission, they called SEDC, which they tag Economic Roadmap for Ndibo, will need the Fulani Caliphate approval and validation. Otherwise, it will remain a dream in the hearts of those who proposed it. In other words, we cannot move an inch without approval from our internal colonizers. So today we are going to look or evaluate our escape route from Caliphate, Nigeria. If we recall, Entebbe is a town in southern Uganda where Israeli commandos rescued hostages held aboard a plane by Palestine hijackers in 1976. So if you want to get away from that defunct federation that has remained the same yesterday and forevermore, things has to change. Thinking has to change. Attitude has to change. We have to come together to fight a common enemy that we know will never let us go. Will never allow us to control our destiny. They've already warned us. They told us in the 1960s, right? Or 56, I don't remember the date. I'm not good with dates. That they will never allow us to control our destiny. That they will use this other side as a willing tool and then make sure the other side does not go anywhere. It will always be under their watch. As our sister, the ambassador of Arikana, said in her video, which I'm going to play now, she gave us some of the root causes of the problems that we have in Africa. Oh, by the way, I posted this video in its entirety on our Facebook page if you want to go and watch it, so that we can begin to understand what we need to get out of these things, this fake independence, fake nation, fake federation, fake everything fake they have handed us, and we have no way. We keep pretending as if we don't know what is going on. At least in this video, she was able to point out some of the things that are the common roots that have us running in a circle like we have today. Sister, go ahead. Let me find this video, pull up this video real quick.
Thank you, my sister. See, our people, we cannot afford not to know the truth, because truth is what will help us to understand why we are in the situation that we have found ourselves. So we don't want people following us being ignorant. No, we want you to be informed. That's why we come here every Saturday, to share the little we have. And then it's not going to end. We want you to proceed to go and dig out more information, because these things are available. Like those that are living in London, we want you to go to their library, go to their section. There's a section there where you will find some things on Nigeria. Go there, read them up. Read them up, find out why the things, like as somebody said, I don't live in London, but in the 4th floor, in the section where you call the rare books and music section, it's on Euston Road, King's Cross. Go there, get information so that you will verify what we're telling you. It's not a joke, it's real. And so far Nigeria is built on this fraudulent foundation, you will never move forward. Nothing will progress. You will never progress, because that's how they built it to function. Our sister, because what happened in Nigeria is happening in entire Africa.
Everywhere.
Yes, we are just using Nigeria because we are from Nigeria. We live in that enclave called Nigeria. So we're able to go into details to find out why is this country like this? Why are things this way? Because we know that Nigerians, once they leave Nigeria, they begin to prosper. Once they leave Nigeria,
you can say that again.
they'll begin to do well. So any right-thinking person will begin to ask questions. So what is going on? Why is it that when they're inside Nigeria, they don't do well? But when they're outside, they suddenly begin to do well. There must be a problem. There must be something. And that is what is also happening in entire Africa. So our sister is on that war, the war of seeking truth and running with truth. And we are with her. So we are calling on all the people that want to be involved in it. Seek the truth that we might uncover the evil, the chain, the things holding us, break them away, break away from them, and move forward. Go ahead, please, Sister Mona.
Systems, all are issues above the root. And we are spending all our energies talking, attempting to strategize on addressing the issues above the root. I equate those to the leaves and the flowers and the branches that come and go from one season to the other. Sometimes they might stay around a little bit longer, but sooner or later, those beautiful fruits will soon disappear. Those beautiful flowers will soon disappear, and we start the cycle all over again. We have tried changing leaders in Africa, but tell me one African country that we changed leaders and true sustainable change came. We have some change, but not sustainable change that can take us to the promised land. It's because the root causes have not been addressed. The root causes are not even being talked about. Root cause number one. If we can address these root causes, it will become easier for us to address the issues above the root. In my humble opinion, root cause number one is the mind. When the white people, the colonizers, came to Africa, they did not call themselves white, and we were not black. They found amazing tribes with well-established religious and educational systems, and they wondered how on earth they were going to conquer such a people. So they decided to destroy us where it mattered the most, which is the mind. They introduced religion and informed us of a place called hell. And they said in hell there is a big, ugly black devil, an evildoer who we must all shy away from. And they said, oh, by the way, while we may have gone to school and taught you about the different colors, which included a white sheet of paper and how black looks like, you too are black like the devil. And also there's a place called heaven. There are beings called angels in heaven. They are the do-gooders that we must work our entire lives to be like them. Desirable. And oh, by the way, they also happen to be white. Oh, like us. We might not look like this white piece of paper, but never mind. We are white, like the angels. Jesus Christ, that we all know from the good book, was a brown man. He had hair like wool, crimson skin. We know that to be true because when in the Bible, when Mary and Joseph were being told to run away from King Herod, they were sent to Egypt Why Egypt? Because in Egypt, he would blend like others who looked like him. So we went to church, got on our knees, began to run away from what we were told looked like us, the devil, who was black, and worship the angels who are white, like them. Jesus Christ, over the years, the photographs of Jesus Christ have changed to where now Jesus Christ looks exactly like them. This was a blatant lie. There is no such thing as a white person who has died and gone to heaven and seen white angels, who has died and gone to heaven and seen a black devil. Such a blatant lie that began the process of black self. Blatant lie that began the process of black mistrust of each other. Blatant lie that began the process of us black people not believing in our abilities and looking to the West for better things. Line number one, to this day.
All right, so this video is on our Facebook. We're gonna play it in its entirety. Double voice. Somebody is testing me there's a double voice. Yeah, it's coming from the video itself, not from me. All right, so I am gonna pull
we'll replace it with the other one. The other one had a better this thing. So my people, you can hear what she's saying, because we said we need to get to the root of our problem. How did this start? We were people that were progressing before. We had our economic system. We had our government system. We had our banking system. We had everything going for us in Africa. And anybody telling you that we did not is lying. We had everything going for us. All we needed to do was to build on what we had, just like any other continent. Boom, something happened. Some people call themselves whatever they call themselves, because they came first as to trade in slaves. So the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade began. As if that was not enough, by the time people start shouting that this is not okay, this is not okay, they switched it to colonialism. So if you don't want to be stolen, they will not come and enslave you in your land. And that is going on till today. So we need our people to know the truth, find the truth, and run with the truth. And this woman is in front, Ambassador Arikana. She has a lot of videos. If you watch our own, you watch her own, you watch other videos that are out there trying to teach you. We want our people to stop watching naked women on YouTube and Facebook. Stop.
Watching private parts.
Stop. We want you to be educated so that your mind can be free. Because we cannot run with people that are enslaved. The thing about being enslaved is that when you are enslaved in your mind, no matter how we try to pull you, it will be like pulling a dead wood. But if your mind is liberated, we can run with you. If we say jump, you say how high. That's why we want your mind to be liberated. That's why we come here every Saturday, working hard, that your mind might be liberated. And that's why we have issue with churches, that will not teach our people how their minds can be liberated. Rather, they want them to be enslaved in this fake religion that my sister was talking about. It is a fake religion if your savior is a particular person from a particular region, and somebody twists it around and give you a picture that looks like himself so that he can enslave you and colonize you. It is a problem. We have a problem with that. Because the thing is that your mind will be tricked. And anytime you see that person, you think of, he's my savior.
Sure.
Messiah. And anything he does, you will approve it. You will accept it. You will not fight to change it. That is what our sister was talking about. She's not saying that we don't believe in Jesus Christ. The Jesus Christ we believe in is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He wasn't a Caucasian. Some people will say, what matters? What's the skin? It matters. Because when somebody tells you that your savior is this skin color, and devil Lucifer, it is looking like you. Have you seen your brain is already messed up? Your brain becomes messed up. Your psyche becomes messed up. Your thinking is messed up. And that is what we're starting from, your thinking. They use religion to enslave us. And we want to begin our freedom from that point. You need to understand what you're worshiping. You need to understand who you're worshiping, because who you worship affects your thinking faculty. It affects how you reason. How do you want to be free from your God if your mentality is to worship your God? Now, your God has been presented to you in a particular skin color. And that skin color is your slave master. That skin color is your colonial master. How will you understand when I tell you that your colonial master is the beginning of your trouble, of your sorrow, of the evil done to you? You see, you will not agree with me. You will think I'm trying to pull you away from your God. And meanwhile, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to pull you away from fakeness, from lies, from deception, from manipulation, so that you can run to your destiny. You see, when you understand this, you will work with me as a partner, and then we will get to where we're going faster. So let's continue to listen to our sister. She has told us about the aspect of religion that they twisted. She's still going to tell us about the economic aspect, because you understand all the lies. It's complete. It's complete. They did it complete. It's not one section, all the sections. And they have agents in our land working with them in those different sections. So please listen. Thank you, Sister Mona.
Proceeded to pour concrete into the sewage pipes, completely devastating the two.
Let me go back.
To be colonized. So the country dare not want to be affiliated with. History tells us that they went into those two countries, took everything that they thought they had brought, proceeded to pour concrete into the sewage pipes, completely devastating the two economies. This was also done as a way of letting the other countries know that should you refuse to sign this document, this is the fate that awaits you. So the rest of the countries signed the pact for the continuation of colonization remains in place. What is special about this? The pact for the continuation of colonization said, 1, you shall deposit 85% of your bank reserves with the French Central Bank under the control of the French Minister of Finance. The French government will take all your monies, collectively invest your monies in the French stock market under the French name. And you don't have to know what the returns are. Should you wish to access some of your money, keep in mind that countries are now left with only 15% of their reserves. You have to submit your country's financial report. And if approved, you get to access up to 20% of your deposits from the previous year as a loan at commercial interest rates. I'm going to repeat that. Should you want to access some of your own money,
wow,
you have to submit your own country's financial report. And if approved, you get it as a loan at commercial interest rate. So you go from having a humongous credit with France to now owing France for borrowing your own money, a loan that you'll never be able to finish paying. They also said, all your minerals discovered and yet to be discovered, French companies have the first right of refusal. You go to those countries today,
all major contracts, French companies have the first right of refusal. The water supply, the power supply, the mining fixtures, the oil rigs, roads construction, airports, French companies have the first right of refusal. If anything is left, the people in your country may get it. They also said, your military can only be trained by France. You can only purchase military equipment from France. France shall have military presence in your country and can invade your country without notice if France feels that her interests in your country are being violated. In the past many years, we've had 67 coups in Africa out of 26 countries. Of the 26 countries, the coups, 16 coups, 16 countries were former French colonies. To date, 22 African leaders were assassinated during a coup, documented all of them. France was behind it, simply because France felt they were quote-unquote threatening French interests. Countries are still depositing their funds to France, do's and don'ts as stipulated by the Pact for the Continuation of Colonization. You have given up your financial resources. You have given up control of your natural resources. You have given up your military. What power do you have? Today, because of the Pact for the Continuation of Colonization, France alone, that little-bitty country, is taking out of Africa over $500 billion. Over 500.
Man, okay, I can't even listen to this anymore. I'm about to throw up. Sister, please go ahead. We'll post this video in our Facebook.
My sister, it's not just to throw up. It's horrible to imagine that all this happened. Yet our politicians, our so-called politicians, people that are supposed to represent us in that geopolitical zone, did not find anything evil in this. Because if they found anything evil in it, they should have exposed it. All the citizens. I know there's a time we had a orientation ministry, or reorientation, a national reorientation agency, or something like that. If they knew this, these are the type of things they would have exposed to the citizens, so that the citizens will begin to think and reason in a way that will make us to be free. But no, they joined them, collaborated with them. So when they sell our oil, they will give them 2%, and they will take 99% of the 2% that was given to them for their families. And then the remaining, they will keep for our infrastructure. What will you build? What will you build with such meager amounts? Look at Nigeria. About 215 million people. What are you going to do? How will you provide jobs? How will you build hospitals, schools with such little amount? And as we increase in population, the war will even be more. But you know what they want to do? They want to cut down our population. Because when they cut down our population, then we are few. So if they give us 1% of our resources, we will manage it. And we will never fight again. Which is why we're telling our people, you need to be informed. Information is key in this battle. Please, for people that are being encouraged to enter inside forest with one type of hunter's gun, machete, bullets, broken bottles. This war, we're not going to win it with machetes, broken bottle, and fake guns. The greatest gun you need is your intellect. The greatest ammunition you need in this battle is your brain. Please share this message. Anything you want to put it in MP form, you want to put it in a CD, anyhow you can put it. Share this information. Go to the website, ninasvoice.org. Go to Daughters of Truth. Everywhere you need information, they are available. This is not a time that we don't have information anymore. The next video that we're going to show you is our sister. You know why we hit more on religion? Is because we are religious people. We love God naturally. African man, Nigerians, Igbo, Yoruba, we love God. We want to worship him. We want to serve him. We want to do everything that we know that he wants us to do. We are close to our God. And that was why what they discovered when they saw that we are close to God,
Yep.
they packaged fake religion and brought to us. And they have their agents in our land propagating that fake religion. And some of us that have been opportune to read the Bible, study the Bible, we discovered that the religion, the Christianity being practiced in Nigeria, being taught in Nigeria is different from the one taught in America, for instance. I go to church here. The church I go to is even white people church. I listen to them. That's how I knew. Even my mother visited here. First time she went to church, she said,
Mama was like, hey, whoa.
this is church now. They brought madness to us. And said we should be. This is an old woman that does not even have all the degrees I have. But she listened and saw how the people behave and everything. She saw liberation. She saw where people are allowed to worship God freely without threats, fear. And she loved it. So that is why we are hitting on religion. Because it is one of the tools, apart from politics and other tools they use. Religion is one of the tools they use to enslave Africans. Whether Christianity, whether Islam, whether anything. Because any religion that does not make you a better person, any religion that does not make you to love your neighbor, your brothers and your sisters, members of your family, is from the pit of hellfire. No matter who is preaching it. If you love God and there's a religion that you practice that teaches you to love God, that same religion will teach you to love your neighbor, to love your family members. Because if you do not love your family members, if you do not love your wife, your husband, your children, who are you going to love? Even Jesus Christ taught it. He says, start from your Jerusalem. Because the aim is divide and conquer, they've used religion to divide and conquer us. They've used even Christianity to divide and conquer us. And we're saying, no more. No more. We want to stand up and take back what belongs to us. Starting from the beginning, from the roots. We are not going to cut off the branches. Like Sister Muna was talking initially. You bringing the driver, changing the driver of Nigeria, whether it's good luck, whether it's whoever, it's not going to change anything. Because the evil started from the roots. So we want to get to the root, to uproot it from the root. And we are looking for partners. And you listening to us, you're already a partner for listening. We want you to listen to this video to the end, those that will listen later, and get to our website and see more videos, because we are ready to run with this. This year, we are running, and we want to run with truth seekers. We don't have time for criminals and liars, because they will fall by the wayside. But truth seekers, we go with us, and we are running. Thank you, Sister Mona. Please go ahead.
This message is for my people as we prepare for Sunday. Some of you, by the time that you watch this, it's going to already be Sunday. So I say this to you. If you're going to church this morning, I need you to ask yourself, is your church and your pastor providing you with water that you will drink of and never thirst again? Or is your church providing you with a water that dries your mouth and your soul to the point that you constantly find yourself back there for refreshment every week? Is your church putting you in a position where you need to buy salvation that Christ died for and said that you could get for free? I look at Nigeria, and I look at the positions of our pastors and our religious leaders, including our traditional leaders and our Islamic leaders, and I understand that part of our problem is them.
Yep.
If you're watching this, you're a man of God in any form, you are part of the problem in Nigeria if you are not pushing for the freedom, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically of the Nigerian people. The African Americans in America did not gain their freedom without input from their religious practitioners. Our pastors out here preach for freedom for Blacks. They preach for Black rights. They walk for Black rights. Martin Luther King was a reverend. Our religious leaders in Nigeria often sit mute and watch while the people are ravaged by corruption and violence from its government. Sometimes they are even complicit. Sometimes they are the ones who affect these acts of violence against their own. They are the ones who sometimes take advantage of their own. Think of Farrakhan. He is a leader in the Brother of Islam fighting for Black integrity, Black intelligence, and the uplifting of Black people, and not for the banning of mannequins, not for the banning of women driving. See, the priorities are completely misplaced by our religious leaders in Nigeria. So I am asking you, are you going to a religious leader who wants to see you free, or are you going to a religious leader who wants to cage you? It seems to me that a lot of the Nigerian religious leaders are benefiting from the situation, the government tyranny, the government corruption, and the way our country is. Because, I mean, when there are more problems, then there can be a potential solution. All of you in that position were called to set our people free, and most of you are not doing your job. When Moses was sent to free the Israelites, he did not ask anybody to pay for appointments. He did not stand on a stage. He did not make it some theatrical thing where he became adored, because apparently all glory was supposed to go to God. But it's not looking like it these days. You drive your Jeeps, you fly your jets, and your people live in abject poverty. You do not lift them up. Instead, you concern yourself with women demanding their own individual rights, not simply understanding that when women are respected and they are equal to men in society, intellectually and financially, the country and the continent can grow. But no, you preach to us and tell us to live our lives like we are stuck in Jerusalem 300 years BC. You expect us to act like the world is not the way it is and just ignore what is going on around us and live by these teachings so that you can maintain control. So you benefit from the society the way that it is, and instead of you to try and help the people around you, you use it to your benefit. So if you are going to church and you are coming back afraid, then you are not going to church. If you are going to the mosque and you are coming back afraid, then you are not going to the mosque. If you are going to your traditional leaders and you are coming back afraid, then you are not going for any traditional religion, because even the ancestors do not want us to fear. Our ancestors want us to thrive in this land and in this world. So I ask of our religious leaders, what exactly are you doing when you take advantage of people's hopes and fears and prey on them and demand financial compensation to release them from whatever physical things are binding them, when the one thing that is binding us all is the poverty and the squalor in our country and on our continent that you contribute to? When you build a school for your congregation and they cannot attend it, ask me how you are uplifting any generation. I want to know. See, I look at a lot of things that happen, and sometimes I say to myself, oh, child, Jesus would never. And he really would never. So if you find yourself this morning getting up, going to a church where they tell you that you are going to have to engage in some kind of ritual in the middle of the night, flogging your enemies, demanding that people somersault and die because the blood of Christ was simply not enough, and now you are worried that people are out to get you, I need for you to understand that the pastor that you are going to may just well be a Pharisee. My people, open your eyes. It does not take a rocket scientist to see that the people who are taking advantage of us are us. Our religion has been twisted into every single shape or form, and it has not worked for us. It is not working for us, and it will not work for us. We see our people here in the United States. African Americans are Africans who were transported here. The only way they got out of it was when the religious leaders got on board also. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King fought for civil rights. He fought for the rights of Black people. Farrakhan fights for the rights of Black people. Malcolm X comes and fights for the rights of Black people. Regardless of what their religious views were, they understood that freedom was a right that was guaranteed to all men by God who created us. In fact, they said that all men were created equal. All human beings were created equal. So I need for you to ask yourself, if your religious leader is presenting to you that he is above you and you are supposed to kneel at his feet, if your religious leader is making you seem like you need to be dependent on him, if your religious leader is making it seem like you need to buy your freedom, like you need to buy your happiness, like you need to buy salvation that, according to your religion, was paid for by the blood of Jesus, what the hell are you doing and who the hell are you rocking with? This needs to stop, and it needs to stop today. So if you know somebody who is practicing some religion in the name of God or in anybody, go ahead, send this to them. I need for them to answer. I need for them to tell me what they are doing for Nigeria. It's not one march. It's not one prayer march. Your message needs to be a message of integrity. Your message needs to be a message of uplifting the nation. Your message needs to be a message of prosperity for all for free. If Moses did not charge people for prosperity, if Moses did not charge the Israelites to come out of Egypt, then please, pray tell me, who the hell are you? Who the hell do you think you are, taking advantage of all these people, and you think that the God that you pretend to serve will not punish you? Just because you get away with it on the physical realm or in the physical realm does not mean that you will get away with it in the spiritual realm. Our eyes are beginning to open and we're beginning to see you for what you are.
Yep. We are seeing them for what they are. The problem then is, are you part of those seeing them for what they are? Are you tired of the brainwashing? Are you tired of the lies? Are you tired of the propagandas? Are you tired of the, my goodness, the more you look, the less you see? We have lived in Nigeria all our lives and nothing good has ever come out of that place. All we hear is horror stories. The pastors are part of the, we keep calling them criminal business partners. They know exactly what is going on. They are in cahoots with what is going on. They are making money with the way Nigeria is. They love the fact that Nigeria is the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. Because as long as Nigeria remains the way they are, they continue to rake in monies and they continue to have good time, fuel their jets, wear their brand new suit on Sunday morning. And some of them even have the audacity to start singing for you on their stage, you know, as if they know what they're singing. And my people sit there as if they are frozen in time, watching this nonsense, watching this level of stupidity. Some of them are even bathing their churchgoers on New Year's Eve. And our people will watch. Thank God for New Year's or New Year, especially this New Year, new beginning, new thinking. We have to change everything they have told us all our lives. Like, we need to start off on a clean state. You need to do your investigative report. For every doubt that you have in your mind, go and check it out. Like my sister will say, they will even tell you, when your brother slaps you, turn the other cheek. Our people will say, when your enemy slaps you, you turn the other cheek. Really? Is that even logical? Your enemy that came to kill you, he actually traveled from his own land to come to in front of your father's house to slap you, and then you turn the other cheek? Just like the Israelites, I will blow you out. My explosive will send you back where you came from. Nobody should allow anyone to slap you and turn the other cheek.
Not your enemy.
Definitely not your enemy. We have to do better. We need to understand the damage that has been done to our brain for years. A lot of us have remained complacent for years, pretending as if we don't know what is going on. We go in our rooms and we complain and we, get angry and all that sort of things, where we know what to do. Where are the good men and women? How long are we going to complain when people like Abaribe is busy walking around in our town, living our bad dirty as it is, and coming on TVs and shows to talk to us. He's been in service now for God knows half of my lifetime. Nothing to show for it. But yet he gets airtime to come and talk to us. About what? Really, about what when we think about it? We have to do better, my people. We need to change these things. We all need to become a change agent. We have to change that notion that Nigeria is the same yesterday and forevermore. And the power lies within all of us to do the best that we can. Understand, some people are saying, why are you talking on social media? Who are you taking to go and demonstrate when they don't understand what is going on with them? Who are you going to take with you?
Mm-hmm.
You have to explain to them what is going on, because right now, a lot of them still, there's a musician called Frank Edward that is not all over the world. His recent music is showing Jesus as white. They don't understand. Maybe you understand. They don't.
Mm-mm.
Even in all the prayer, all his song is about Jesus. He still don't know who Jesus is.
Oh.
Can't you see that we have to do the work? We have to educate them so that they can be able to identify the enemies when we go out there to do the work.
Yep.
They don't know who the enemy is. They think it's you, the brothers, that the pastor will tell them that you're the one holding them hostage so that you can be the only one with a big house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you get it? We have to cleanse their mind. This brainwashing, we have to clean it out and start all over.
Yep.
It takes time because an addict is not something you can heal overnight.
No.
I knew how long it took me when Redeem was taking me for a ride. I was hosting them. My credit card was on file. Anything they need, charge it up.
Automatic.
My poor husband didn't even know. They are so smart, my dear. Online, you put your credit card, swipe, swipe, swipe. Then if you told me, I would say, no, I'm working for Jesus.
Mm.
I'm doing Jesus' work when my people are suffering.
And Jesus will be shaking his head. He said, no,
right.
you're not.
The amount that I was given will pay a teacher to teach children comfortably, 23 children or 30 children comfortably every month. But I was giving it to Daddy Gio to fuel his jet.
Yep.
Can't you see that we need cleansing? Serious cleansing of our minds, of our brains, all of them, of our spirituality. Everything needs to be cleansed. So that when we move in unison. We know who we are.
Yep.
We know who we are fighting. Because I don't want to get there. When I see that white Jesus, I want to complain. You will use stone from behind and slap me down. Because you think I'm talking about your God. Oh, my sister, please go ahead.
Maria, we have to do this job. And we are here to do that job. We were sent to do this job and we will do it. Do you know the problem about brainwashing Nigerians? That we're starting from there. You see, people say you are what you eat. In the same way, you think the way you are taught. So the religious system, education system in Africa, it needs to change. What they are teaching our people needs to change. If you want a world of freedom, equity, justice, and fairness, your religious leaders need to change. Tell them to change because fire is coming for them. We're not going to continue to talk forever. No. Be far from your mind. This is not what this is all about. We will move, but we need our people to understand who we are moving against and who we are moving with. Like my sister said, I need to know my partners. I need to know those on my side working with me. And then those that we are moving against. We are moving against anyone still brainwashing our people, teaching them the wrong things, teaching them things that will not make them to be better human beings on earth. Because you have to be a better human being on earth before you go to heaven to be a better human being. God is not going to open his heaven to people that have destroyed Nigeria. Yes, I said, let me repeat it. I say God will not open his heaven to people that destroyed Nigeria and Nigerians. Because you destroyed the heaven too. And God is smart. And he made us in his image. So if you want a world, a better world, that Nigeria that is crime against humanity needs to go down. If you want a better Africa, the system, the colonial system that the white man put in Africa needs to be dismantled before you start any other thing that you're saying. Think of it now. Church of England owned slaves. Roman Catholic priests were involved in transatlantic slave trade.
Yep.
Till today, they have not changed. All the leaders of church in Nigeria, the Pentecostals, the Catholics, all of them, they are all in this game of setting up Christians and church members for massacre. Why they are protecting themselves and their children in a high wall, in all the high walled cities that have built for themselves. There's one they call Shiloh. They have Canaan land, Dominion City, Redemption Camp. They are building it. Inside it, they build electricity, schools and hospitals for themselves. And these things are not cheap. They're not free. The only time you, the common man, receives fan or AC is when you go to church on Sunday.
Ewo.
That's the only time you receive cool air. The cool air that Americans use like it's their normal life. Whether it's cold outside or it's hot outside, the American people are receiving controlled temperature in their homes. It's basic. You know, they'll call you on phone from time to time that do you have running water? Do you have electricity? Do you have... They want to make sure, randomly, they call random people to make sure that they are citizens, that they are living in controlled temperature, they have water, they have basic necessities. They ensure. They are not wishing that God will come down and do it. They ensure and put a system that will ensure that this is done. But my own people, the only time they receive cool air is on Sunday when they go to church.
Church of their slave masters, by the way.
Church of their slave masters. Then from Monday to Saturday, they are in hellfire. And you think this is normal? And you want to wait forever to change this? No wonder the Fulanis want to build Ruga. Because they want their own Dominion city. They want to build Ruga city to put their people inside. Because everybody is building their own city and putting a big wall for their people. Why would Fulanis think of killing my people and building Ruga? Clearly my people, kill all of them and build Ruga. Because the white man did it. Church is doing it. Religion is doing it. Everybody is doing it. They too want to do it. At the end, who will be left? The poor people. But you know what? Soon, those your high wall cities will not be high enough to stop the poor and the hungry. They will return, they will climb over. Somebody returned from home. He was telling me that the hunger in the land, that people are eating human flesh now. They kill people, roast and put inside bag. And some people still have the audacity in this abject poverty to show off wealth, ill-gotten wealth, stolen wealth. Some, I even hear that some are hiring India Wobi, no thugs, to protect them. You know what? When the battle starts, the real battle hasn't started though. When it starts, those thugs that you hired to protect you will be the ones to show people where your hideouts are, where you hid your children, where you are. They will open the door from inside. Those thugs that you hired protecting you in your high wall cities, when the real action starts, they will open the gates for the ones outside. So we are all in this together. You better come now. Let's fix things for our people. Go ahead, Sister Mona, please.
My dear, we are not even begging them because nature will take place. That's what it is. Soon, nature will take place. Those people that you think you will give olive oil, not even olive oil, what do I keep saying olive oil? Diesel oil, and give them rice. or give them one bag of salt. That salt you're giving them, they will feed it to you. They will lock you up and make you eat that salt until you die. We are calling you guys now. People like Abaribe that is still sitting on air calling LNC with the same breath he's mentioning criminal gang members. We know what you're doing. You're sitting out waiting to go and run for governorship. Wow, what an audacity. What an audacity when criminals are running our government at every level. They will still at the level of local chairman, it's not enough. Then they will go to assistant governor, what do they call, deputy, it's not enough. Then they will become senators and still is not enough. And then they will have the audacity to come back and say they want to be governors. And my people will watch. Your time is coming up, young. Time is running out. The criminals are coming. Right now, they are kidnapping regular people. Very soon, they will get the idea that it's called Powerball here in Texas. Powerball, in order for you to get the Powerball, they have to go and get the big fish. Ishias. One big fish, the problem is solved, because kidnapping regular people, by the time they run around and get 10 million naira, you may have killed the...
It wouldn't even be up to 10 million, maybe 1 million.
So
like one big fish is like 1 billion. Imagine kidnapping in Abaribe. If you kidnap Abaribe, my dear, from the 10 billion that he has, his wife will go and bring 1 billion and give you now. Is that one not faster?
That quick.
That fast now. It's called wealth redistribution.
Yes.
One politician kidnapped. You get all the... Why are you going to kidnap my poor people now? There's no point now.
Are they even smart? And we're telling you guys, there are options on the table. There are things that we can do to change this narrative. We are smart enough to do this. We are capable of doing this. We are doing this for Americans. Come to the table so that we can work out this process and give people the kind of life that they deserve. It's no longer okay for you to bring your children overseas, buy your houses overseas, and then go back with your Akwobi men to go and run for governor. It's no longer okay. By the way, our land is calling us anyway, wherever we are. That's why with all the money, wherever you are, you call yourself whoever, every Christmas you manage to go home. I know a typical plane ticket from here to home when you take 4 children, you're looking at literally $15,000.
Yes. It's not talk of what you're spending when you get there.
Yeah, just in flight alone. Can you imagine the money we are making for airline companies? Just imagine it. What we can do with that amount of money. My people, I will pull up the next video.
Yes, before you pull it, please, we'll explain to you what this video, because we don't want you to misunderstand what he's saying, because we have said, that the colonial masters are causing our trouble. But if you watch the video, you think they're saying, okay, it's an already them. No, that's not what this video is saying. It's saying that they did not work alone. The colonial masters did not work alone. They had internal traitors. They had partners inside.
They still have internal.
And they're still living in our land. Because when they said they gave us freedom, they moved far away. But they left those traitors in charge, still bringing the cash to them. That's why you're not seeing a lot of white men in your land walking up and down. Why would they be walking up and down when they have stooges in the land bringing the money to them? So they will just stay where they are and use them. And we are telling you that these stooges, these traitors, they are in the church, in the religious system, they are traditional leaders, they are politicians, they are social influencers. So they have them everywhere. It's for you to shine your eyes. The traditional rulers, as we speak now, your traditional rulers, are on the payroll of Fulanis. Fulanis are paying them monthly. Why do you think they want to bring down the system of Fulanis? How can they help you? How can they help you to fight the people that are paying them and their children? They are just like the warrant chiefs we had during the colonial masters. The warrant chiefs, they removed the real traditional rulers that love the people and love the land, and replace them with warrant chiefs. In my area, they call them warrant chiefs. In some other places and parts of Africa, they may call them different names, but it's the same thing. So these warrant chiefs are the ones that will sell out to the people, to the slaves. and are the ones today that are your traditional leaders, because they replace them and they continue to operate this Igwe. Like my place, they have Igwe, but originally the leaders of the land of my town was not called Igwe. It's a different name, and they were different. But from the time they used warrant chiefs, they made our traditional rulers to work as partners. That is where this man is going, so that you understand that we need to change things from down, not from up. Go ahead, please, Tamuna.
Leaders and the slave trade. We blame the whites for the slave trade we went through. We blame the whites that they offended us. They took us as slaves. But let's wait for a minute. Who sold the black man to the whites? Who sold the black man to the whites?
Still selling.
Our own traditional leaders.
They're still
the
selling.
enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. If we are asking the Europeans to pacify us and also to apologize to us, our traditional leaders must be the first to apologize on behalf of their ancestors for the evil they have done against their fellow blacks. Look at our attitude towards the environment and the destruction of our water bodies. All our river bodies have turned into dark brown. And you know what they said? In the next 20 years, if we don't stop this illegal mining, Ghana, we will import water to drink. Yet we don't care. And Chinese, they will come from their country into our forest, destroy our forest, destroy our land, and illegally mine and damage our waters. How can they come if the traditional leader didn't give them permission to do that? And in one instance, while they were dead, our military went there to protect them. Our own military that is supposed to protect us, rather protected the foreigners to destroy our water and destroy our forest. The enemy is not outside, the enemy is within. If you look at our own systems and structures in our country, we don't have a better system to improve the lives of people.
Nope.
Pastor, I was surprised when I read in China, they had a 10-year vision, and they said from 2011, their vision was that in 10 years from 2011, and 10 years from 2011 will be what year? This year, 2021, that they will raise over 20% of the people to become multi-millionaires. Now in 2021, they have 1.8 million Chinese who are multi-millionaires in China, and they are between the age of 40 to 50 years. Multi-millionaires. The government intentionally decided that they would make sure they will have 20% of the population multi-millionaires. They also agreed that they will make sure that they will lift up the poorest of the poor, and they lifted 100 million people from begging to live a better life. But in this country, in our country, we fight our own businessmen. Our government will fight our business people. When they know that your business is thriving, they know that perhaps you are not sympathetic towards the running party or the ruling party, they will fight you, collapse your company, and make you poor. When in China, they want to make the people rich. In Africa, we want to make our own people poor. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. Look at our African leaders. How much they stole, the money they stole away. We are told in Gambia, Jamal Yaha, he stole $11 million US from his own country, Gambia. Sani Abacha stole between $1 billion to $5 billion dollars out of Nigeria. Hosni Mubarak stole $17 million US in 8 years. The enemy is not outside. The enemy to our own progress is within. Look at our presidents, the president who were fighting for our independence, what we did to them. In Togo, the man who fought for the independence of Togo, called Sylvanus Olympio. When Togo got independence, he decided that they would not use the French franc, the French CFA. They decided they will have their own Togo currency. And you know what? They used Iyadema to kill him and to get rid of him. When Olympians wanted to make Togo great, the enemy within, the Judas within, killed him. In Burkina Faso, the man who gave them independence, Maurice Yamago, was eliminated by his own people. When Thomas Sankara came, his own body group killed him and got rid of him. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. You look at our own country. Kwame Nkrumah started a new vision to develop Ghana, and who undermined him from within? They threw him out by Kutu.
All right, guys, because of time, you can see our brother did a good job telling us what we need to look out for. For those of you that are saying, why are you talking on social media? We are here to educate so that we can identify the source of our problems, so that when we move, we know who we are looking for. So it's not an accident that we are here every Sunday every Saturday to educate you guys on that. You know, we can now begin to know that when you engage the traditional leaders, you know what you're looking out for, right? Because sometimes we go out there thinking they have our best. For years, I thought somebody, they have and they Oxford and they I thought they were representing us. So I really did. So we want people to understand who the enemies are, so that when we go to look for them, we know how to identify them. Sister, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very important, because I mean, if you don't know who the enemy is, you start killing your partner. Those that are looking for freedom. LNC has been working for 21 years. Barrister Tony Nadi has been on it. Why would somebody that say he wants freedom say anything, a word against Barrister Tony Nadi? Because you're ignorant. Your brain
don't understand. Mm-hmm.
You don't understand. They have used your brain for popcorn. You put it and they're eating it. My sister Mona said, if you're not on the table, you are the menu. That means if you're not on the table of discussion, we are having dinner, right? And we are eating and talking. If you're not here, you are inside the pot we're eating. You are inside the plate. We are eating you. So people have been discussing. If you don't understand the discussion, they will be eating you. Yeah, that's why we come here every Saturday, so that they will stop eating you. Our people say they eat you mugu, because you don't understand what is going on. So the people that are discussing will be eating you. You're not part of it. But we said this has to stop. You need to understand what the issues are, so that you understand who your partners should be and who your enemy or who your enemies are, and then how to fight them. Because every weapon is not a weapon. Mm-mm. If you see one giant man like this and you carry stick and start hitting him, he'll be turning around now, because you're massaging his body. You turn this side, turn this side. You're massaging him. But if you understand your enemy, you understand the weapon. This is why LNC Ninas have told us time with that number. You need to make diagnosis. You need to understand the disease, so that you understand the treatment. And people think we are coming to just talk. No, because we have found out that why our people are going through what they are going through is because of ignorance. They simply do not know. And as a result, we are going in circles. We've been going in circles. Samuna will pull up another video for us, because we know what the problems are. We can feel the symptoms, but we don't know where the disease is coming from. We don't understand the disease. And that is why it's important for you to understand the disease, and you know how it will be fought. Now, you can see security challenges everywhere. You can see all the things. People are being killed. You see it. But if you don't understand who is killing who and why they are being killed, you will not understand the solution on the table by NINAS. NINAS, Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. They have been working for our freedom for 21 years in different phases, 5 phases. And we are now in the last phase. So we are in this last phase because we know that more people are agitated. Some are making noise. Some are trying to use our pain to eat and get money for their people. Every day they'll call themselves, they say that this, that, that. Of recent, we can see them fighting themselves. They will eventually fight themselves because they have been eating our people mugu. They have not done anything for the freedom of our people. All they did was collect money from our people and use it to buy houses for their leader, for their onion do, they call him. You know, it's the same manipulation, the same lie, deception, and manipulation. Some will say, oh, I'm disciple of my Onyendu. I say, wow, we can really see your stupidity, how it is. Because you are like the person that you call your disciple, like you are the disciple. If you are the disciple of a criminal, if you can come out openly and say you are the disciple of a criminal, it means you're a criminal. Because if you're not a criminal, you would have known that the person that is discipling you is a chief criminal. You would have found out. So it's either you are deceiving yourself, you're lying to yourself, and lying to others. And we're saying enough of all these lies. We have war at hand, and we need to take care of what is happening to our people. So this video, they will show Boo Boo, because we still have him. I know some people don't like seeing that man. I don't even like hearing his voice. But then he's still in charge of that your contraption called Nigeria. So from time to time, we want to listen to hear what he's saying. For people that are saying that he's dead, I don't know how dead people talk. Anyway, that's part of the deception and the manipulation. You know, when you assume that your enemy is dead, your enemy will have enough time to plan how to kill you, arrest you, detain you, because you're deceiving yourself and lying to yourself that your enemy is dead. So he's alive planning while you're sleeping and making noise. And at the right time, he will capture you. Like inside Azodon and Giga, there's what you call Ngiga in my place. Ngiga is like, I don't know how to explain it.
A basket.
Yeah, like a basket, metal basket. So use it to roast meat. So Boo Boo will come with his Ngiga and capture you, then roast you in his wonderful fireplace. That is what is going on. So we need to hear what Boo Boo is saying, because it validates what we are telling you, for you to know that their hearts, they are not for you. Please go ahead.
Institutions if security is going to be or become more local. In an exclusive interview with Channels Television at the State House, the president said he wants the traditional rulers and state governors to do more.
Well, you see, the role of traditional rulers must not be undermined, because in their areas, as I said, they know who is who, even by families, not even talk of individuals. So we have to revert to that system for us to have an effective security in the localities. For example, there were two governors that came to see me about problem, Oyo State and one other state. I said, because the herders were in their forests, but the animals were going into the neighboring farms and eat the crop. I said, as far as I know, the farmers and the herders have been coexisting in Nigeria. Let them go and ask the local leadership what has gone wrong, why the break in communication between the local leadership and the herders that come on seasonal basis. The routes they follow, the forests they confine themselves to. Why are they now extending into the farms of people? I just sent them back because these things haven't been happening this year or last year or 10 years ago. For generations, people have been living like that.
So the state policing is not an option?
No, state police is not an option. Now, find out now the relationship between local government and the governors. Are they getting, as the third tier of government, are they getting what they are supposed to get constitutionally? Are they getting it? Try and see those people from local government that have confidence in you to tell you the truth, the fighting between local government and the governors.
The full interview with
My dear, you have to explain this to me. Was he speaking English or your Fufude? Which one was he speaking? Let me hear your explanation. I'm lost.
What yeah. We want to bring our people to here. You are in a region where people had forest reserves that they kept. They hardly go there. Now, because of increase in population and expansion, those reserves are now being used to build houses, build structures, as it should. That means that people in the forest need to live there. But look at your president, how he's explaining it. He said they have been living together with traditional rulers and they've been inside the forest. And then why are they fighting now? We are there fighting 10 years ago. I want our people to listen to the people leading you. That's why sometimes we bring this thing for you to, when they say hearsay, when we say they do not have the intelligence needed to lead 215 million people, people will think we are just lying. So once in a while, we bring a clip for you to listen for yourself and see whether this person is making sense. Do you understand? You have security issues on the table. You have military that should guard our borders and make sure that people that are coming outside from inside, people that are invading our land, make sure that they stop. You say, no, you're not going to do that. You failed in that. Then you want to go to the ground and work with traditional rulers and bypass the governors. I thought the hierarchy is supposed to go from up, then follow the line by line to down. But the federal government want to work with the traditional rulers. The same traditional rulers that the Fulanis have put in place. Remember, we told you that what happened was that the colonial masters came, hijacked all of us, stole the south, the north. And when we talk of the north, we're talking about the Hausas. The Hausas are the indigenous people of the northern part. So the Hausas for 200 years have been fighting to get free from the Fulanis. Don't get these things mixed up. Because what happened to the Hausas in the northern part of Nigeria is what will happen to the rest of you, Yorubas, Igbos, Ijaws, all of you together. They swallowed the Hausas, killed them, destroyed them, took over their lands. And some sons of Hausas have been fighting for years. There's something we posted in our wall. We said the history that people will not want you to hear. Go to the Daughters of Truth Facebook wall. There are two things we posted again, apart from the video that Sister Mona told us about. Read them so that you understand. The Hausas for about 200 years have been fighting to remove these colonial masters. For them, at that time, we are the Fulanis. Meanwhile, the white colonial masters were coming from the southern part of Nigeria, conquering the south and coming. And Fulanis were coming from the north, conquering the north and coming. When they now found themselves like, oh, two criminal gangs, like, oh, you want what I want? Okay, let's form partner. Let's become partners. They formed partners and united the southern protectorate to the northern protectorate for ease of administration. The only reason Nigeria was created was to make administration of these enslaved people easy to the white man and his partner, the Fulani. So anything they do and think, that's what they have in their mind. And that's the only thing that matters to them is that how they can make the white man to be comfortable in our land and the Fulani to be comfortable in that geographical space. So the things you're seeing, like, oh, why is it that security? They're not all this English you are speaking up and down is because you don't understand what these people are on your land to do. And to do this perfectly, they need the politicians in our land to work with them.
Traditional leaders as well.
Traditional leaders in our land to work with them. Church leaders in our land to work. The work of the church leaders is to brainwash you, just so that you're not able to think straight. That one, it has their own side because they give them money at the back. That's why they buy the jet for them. Take their children abroad. They reward them handsomely. Give their children jobs. Do all those things. Check them now. That's why everybody wants to open a church. Because when you open a church, you have some people.
You gather some people, you have the ability to gather some people, then they will
exactly. So you gather some people that you're controlling. Is about control. So those people are being controlled. So they will lead, they will work with those church leaders. From time to time, they give them money, they share. They know themselves, they gather themselves. Before any politician will come in, they will go and meet the church leaders, the Mbakas, the Ebubemonso, Ebubendimo, Ebubendiohi, all of them. They will meet them because they're in charge of some people. That's why they also work with freedom fighters, fake freedom fighters, because they know you gathered the people. So anything they tell you to tell the people will listen and follow you. So that is why, that's very to understand why they work with this set of people. So when you see Abaribe and Tito Obi attending the funeral of the parents of Elima, you understand the link. Abaribe is not doing it to free you. Because if Abaribe wanted to free you, he will start with Aba environment. Aba environment that he's representing. Make sure that the governor does it. Make sure, push all the buttons. They know the buttons to push. If he were for you, but they are not for you. That's what we're saying. So they put all these people in charge, controlling you, leading you. These are just like slave camps. So that happened to the Hausas in the north. Hausas, for the longest time, we are living in slave camps that the Fulanis put in place. Changed their leadership. It became emirates. They made a caliphate of Sokoto. All these things, if you go, the history is there. We told you people to go and study it. It's part of it going on. The only thing the Fulanis understand is that they need to take over your land, your resources, and your people. And they are coming to do that.
And they're using the template of the slave masters.
And they're using the template of, because they are partners. They are working hand in hand. The same thing happening in Nigeria is happening in all the whole Africa. You saw the other video we played. You saw the man there and what he said. All the things are working together for them. And you need to open your eyes to understand the proposition of LNC and the proposition of Minas. Is when you understand what is happening to you, you'll be able to understand the way forward. If not, poverty will continue to deal with you. I will have told those of you that are living in London to go to the archives, to go and study these things. They are all documented. There's one that is documented in Travels and Discoveries of Captain Clapperton, Major Dixon Denham, and Dr. Walter Odney in Sudan, published in 1830. We posted this so you get more information. Like, you go and look for them. They are available in British Library on the 4th floor, the rare books and music section, Eastern Road, King's Cross. Those living in London know this place I'm saying. Go there. I know that as we're saying it, they might want to go and move some things. But you see some people that will ask for people that have it already. They will give them to you. And that is why the Colonial Secretary, Oliver Littleton, that later you now have Lord Condos or whatever, they proposed a confederation for the independence. When we are talking about, because they know that the only thing that will keep Nigeria together is Britain. Britain is the only one. And why are they keeping Nigeria together? So that the resources of Nigeria can go to Britain and then Nigerian people will suffer. Chai. And that's why we have left our land. That's why you have been enslaved. The new slavery is that you will pack your luggages and go to London. Whether you're a medical doctor, whether you're a professional, an engineer or whatever, ask yourself, why are the medical doctors in Britain not coming to live in Africa? Why is it you that will graduate and pack your luggage and then give testimony in the church that now you're on your way to Britain, you're on your way to UK, you're on your way to London? You see, when you are young, you will not understand what we're saying. But when you are old and 70 years, begging your children, please, when I die, return me to my father's land for burial. That's when you understand what we are telling you. That's when you understand that we are here to help you, not against you. Think deep, my people. Think deep. What is happening to you is in your land. The first thing that happened to you is that God blessed you and gave you a land full of resources.
Choice land, by the way.
A choice land. That means the God that created the black man loves the black man. So the problem is not with our God. And the problem is not with our ancestors. Because as we study, we now found out some things that our ancestors said ahead of time. They told us, when you go, they told us. When they were making all these negotiations, our ancestors did not keep quiet. In some of the things we posted, there's one Yoruba, one of the founding fathers, not Awolowo, there's another one, it was a legal person. He kept telling our people, he said, we need to get away from these people. They are not for us. He kept repeating it on the negotiation table and telling our people, say, these people are not our stock. Let them go their way. He was saying this in Yoruba on the discussion table, telling his Yoruba people so that they will understand. Awolowo also tried to communicate the same thing to his people. You know, in every land, you have truth seekers and liars, you know, criminals. The truth seekers, even in Britain, they have white people that have conscience. They want us to live a good life. In America here, we meet them. They have conscience. They want a better world. They want fairness. They want equity. They want justice everywhere for all. So you have them in Yoruba land. You have them in Hausa land. You have them in Igbo land, in Ijaw land, Efik, everywhere. And that's what we're telling you, that in days ahead, we are grouping ourselves as truth seekers so that the liars and the criminals will fall off. And that's part of the alliance. That's why sometimes when you see Tony Nadi, they say Tony Nadi does not hear. He does not listen. He does not work with you. You're a criminal. He already knows. We have read history. We have studied to see that the only reason, that the thing that made us to be in this thing is that the enemies had some people in our land that they were working with.
Yep.
Now, if you know this, do you think you want to work with those people to get freedom for your people? No. And we, as daughters of truth, will not work with you either. If you like lies, you like deception and manipulation, manipulating the people and deceiving them, daughters of truth will not work with you. That's why we keep working with Barrister Tony Nadi. We identify with Lower Niger Congress. We identify with Ninas. Because we have been in a group before. We tell you all the time. We were in IPOB before. And we have met some other people that were in IPOB before, because we went there with our clean mind, thinking that they wanted to do something for our people. We wanted to collaborate with them and work with them. We were not swallowed up. We went with our brain and we came out with our brain. So by the time we got in there, got even to their leader and found out he was not for the freedom of our people. Rather, he wants to set up our people and reduce our land to Somalia. So when you say this, reduce our land to Somalia, we can easily be conquered by the enemy. Have you not seen who is your friend and who is your partner and who is not your partner? These things are not lies, they are truth. You will find out by yourself. We want you to go and find out. Even those that say we are fighting the people that are corrupt in IPOB. If you are in one mouth fighting corrupt people in IPOB, and in one mouth saying you're a disciple of your Onyendu, you are a liar and there's no truth in you. We tell them we said it. Tell them, daughters of truth, say anybody coming to you, my people, listen, saying that they want to fight the criminals in IPOB, be it a DOS, be it what is the other name they like call? In one mouth they're saying that, and in the other mouth they're telling you that they are a disciple of Operima, Onyendu. That person instantly know that the person is a liar. That person is just looking for what she will get, her own cut. And it mostly all these politicians, people that were politicians in Nigeria, because that's what has happened. Politicians found themselves into IPOB. So they are there for their own cut. It's their own money. Don't be deceived that they give you 10,000. What they do is that they give you $10,000 and take $100,000. It's business. This business that are used to in Nigeria. My people call it Wetisi Bia Welisi. They give you $10,000 in donation and then get themselves to the leader, the table of their leader. So that the leader that is dividing everybody, the leader is dividing portion for everybody. We give them their own portion. So you will be part of Ndieri. That's what happens. But these things we're saying if you can think by yourself, you will discover the truth by yourself, not us leading you. Samona, please go ahead.
My dear, it's a no-brainer. The point of the matter is that this is a new year. It's a new time for us to begin this process. It's a new time for those of you that are, especially that are new on this platform, that don't understand what we need or what we are doing to get to our self-determination, get to the self-determination process. You can always go to the website, ninasvoice.org. I know that a lot of our people are not well learned. You can watch our videos to see. We do our best to explain these things in simple words for people to understand. The point of the matter is that we are not here to deceive any person, but rather we are here to ensure the future of our children. We are not even worried about the politics anymore, because since all along it's all about rhetorics and all these things, I want to make sure that my niece and my nephew, my nephew took an exam, an international exam, passed it the first time. Why in Nigeria, they pay for him to take the second round, he passed it, 2 of them, and he cannot function in Nigeria when his brain is on fire. So I have a very good reason why I want a safe environment for my people. If you don't want it, if you want it so that you can be eating dead bodies or killing bodies and eating them as suya, that's on you. But what I want is for my nephew that is hot to be able to live a decent lifestyle. And I don't think it's too much to ask for. So we know what works, that propaganda does not work, that photoshopping does not work, that people that are benefiting from the pain of our people and collecting money and changing their name from this name to that name and shouting on the radio and calling Elohim and Elohai and all this stuff. Are we not tired of all the shouting? For the first time, can we look into the process? Can we look into the process that will work once and for all? For those pretending that they know what the other people are doing, waiting, walking, going back and forth, they haven't even gone inside to see what was being done. And you're just sitting there promoting what you don't know. And that's another thing we're asking our people. You are no longer allowed to speak on any topic you don't have any information on. That your fakeness is done. We are done with it. That your ignorantly arrogant is done with. You can no longer speak on a topic that you do not have any information on. Anybody giving you information must back it up with an evidence. Mbagawa Ajambele is no longer enough. We are not going to listen to mediocrity. We're not going to listen to, chief said it, doctor said it, Mazi said it. Mazi and chief and doctor must back it up with evidence. Show us where it is. You claim that you're working for our people. Show us your roadmap to getting our people where they need to go. And not for you to wake up and say, oh, don't eat goat meat anymore. Don't eat cow meat anymore. See if that's going to get my people anything. When it's supposed to have been done 100 years ago. We know what to do, people. We come here every Saturday so that you begin to understand the process. So that when we see our enemies, we will exactly identify them, deal with it accordingly, and move on to the next chapter. That's what this is all about. This is what this is all about. So I don't know if we have time for phone call. I will post our phone number here. If not, we'll just round it up. We've actually passed our time, and I don't think it's fair for us to end without giving that opportunity for people to call. Our number, you can call it as a WhatsApp +1 774 338 0942, or you can also call it as a phone number, whichever one that you would like to share. And then if you want to come in person, actually, let me post the link so that I can, excuse me. If you want to come in and, and join, we'll give you that opportunity as well. If not, we'll move on. The information. All right, so yeah, I posted it. So the information is there. Yeah, the information is there on our link. So if you want, you can join so that you can come in and give us your contribution. But the good news is that we know what to do to change that narrative that Nigeria is the same yesterday and forevermore. We want something that is sustainable for our children, our brothers. It's no longer okay for my brother to be hiding somewhere in America, working CNA and wiping butts. That's not, we don't see, men don't see their grandmother's butts. And we're not going to change that narrative because now you're in America, where you're supposed to be doing something else. There are other things that you can do. So we need to make sure that our brothers have the kind of job that they deserve. Our sisters the same. We need to change all of this. We can no longer hide in America, refuse to contribute to things that can help our children back home. You know, people have ideas on what to do to help our people back home. But those that are capable of helping are not helping because their children are safe. So you see why the good men and women will have to rise up and do the job, because we can no longer complain. We've been complaining for years. Nothing has changed. We just have to get up and grab the bull by the horn and take it to where we need to go. Are you on board? Are you going to be part of the process? Read, follow the process so you can understand what we're doing. So when we say move, you move. You know where we're going. You will not be confused. We will not find you in Uguawasa. When we are going to a southern area, then you find yourself in the northern region because you don't know where we're going. That's why we're trying to carry you along. So the purpose of the every weekend videos or teachings is for you to understand where we're going. Okay, so while we're waiting for callers, we'll go ahead with our take-home points. Our goal is actually to be able to explain this in our language as well. So if anybody knows how to break this down in different languages for us, that would be awesome. Oh, I wonder if Google can even do this. Google Translate. The only thing with Google Translate is that when it translates, you have to make sure it says it says what it wants you to say. So you actually have to know the language yourself, right, sister? All right. So what is our way forward? Our take-home point today is to dismantle colonial institutions and geopolitical structures. These are important because if we don't do this, if we continue to see Eliza as the mother of it all, then we're in big soup. If we continue to think Tony Blair, the criminal gang member himself, if you guys begin to understand the criminality of that so-called former prime minister, even himself, Boko Haram will become a joke. He went that far. We're also saying that foreigners should no longer drive our developmental agenda. We can no longer allow them to come into things that are dear to us because they don't understand. They don't even care for who we are as people. We must find ourselves on the table, or guess what? You will be on the menu. They will be eating you like my sister said earlier. The issue is the 1999 military decree that we must decommission before any election. We must decommission it before any election. Whether they come out in the name of good luck, Jonathan, they come out in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, they come out in the name of St. Anthony, they are not going anywhere. We will not listen to them. They are not smart enough to offer us what we want. We want to be able to have leaders that are accountable to us, leaders that are sensitive to their people's need, leaders that will go out there and put their neck on the table to serve their people, not the ones that will jump out at any flight of any issues. They will jump in their private jet and take off. And then finally, be a change agent, because you can sit in your own house. We've heard it. We've got people that called us and said, oh, we like what you're doing. Continue. I'm drawing a business plan. Once this thing happens, then I will show up and open up a hospital and hire people. That's what your people are saying. So we have to do this together. It's not going to be free lottery where you will fly from Nigeria and come to America and live your best lives. This one, you have to do the work. So drop your business plans. Drop the business plan. Come, let's do the work. And then when it's time to eat, which is your business plan, then you can bring that on the table. And support the movement with 3 T's. We've mentioned these 3 T's over and over again. It's called talent, time, and treasure. Use any of them to help this movement. If you don't have money, you will have time. If you don't have time, you will have talent. There's something that you can do to get this work done. It's not that difficult. Education is key. So for the ones that do not understand where we're going, that think, oh, why are you guys doing it on social media? My brother, you are so lost. You don't even know how far gone your people are. They don't even have brain, talk less of the one that is brainwashed. It's gone. Don't let their degrees deceive you. That's why they will be in high places answering Ngozi Okenja. And she will never mention the flight of our people. That's why they will write books, well known all over the world. Their books have been turned into movies. When they get an opportunity to speak, they say, how come we don't have electricity in Port Harcourt? You see, we all have to do this work. You cannot leave it for no man. And that's why I love LNC. It's a movement by everyone that understands the process. So come on board. Nobody is over you. If you know what you need to do to make the process work, once you understand it, you move. We are not here to command and control you. We're here to educate you so you can do the work. This is orientation. Sister, do you have anything to add before I?
Yes, dear. We're telling our people that any change, because you heard when my sister taking points about dismantling the geopolitical structure in our land by foreigners. And foreigners, whether you're white or black. And when we use white or black, we're not using white paper. We're saying it in quotes. We know the people being referred to white, and we're not saying that are white in color. Those that say, oh, God is white. Have you seen God before? So we are saying it in quotes of why they say white, black. That's just that category. Don't think it deep. Don't think it deep. So anything that the Westerners, the colonial masters, the structures that they put that is enslaving our people, the beginning of removing it is dismantling those structures. It's a no-brainer. And we said that one of the structures is the 1999 Constitution, which has dual ideology in it. Sharia is in it, and they try to do something else. It will never work. We know that trying to bribe the Jaws, because the Jaws are coming up. The Jaws are also part of Ninas. They are working with Ninas. They're understanding where Ninas is going, and they're coming in block and as a nation. Because that's what we want our people to do. Organize your nation, organize your people in a block. Then you come into Ninas in block. Don't come into Ninas one by one. Come in block. Gather your people that think like you. They want freedom. Gather them together. That work of gathering is your work. It's not me. I'm not going to gather Yoruba people. That's why I gather Igbo people. Because I will gather my own people and we will meet in Ninas. But everybody will be represented. If you want, be only 60,000 in number. You are a people. If you want, be 5 million. You are a people. If you want, be 10 million. You are a people. Assemble your people. Come together to the table of discussion so that we will move forward. So the first step, because we know that the Fulanis are trying to bribe the Jaws. That's why they're pushing Goodluck, Ebele Jonathan, to come back in 2023. And we are saying there is no 2023 talk, except we discuss our sovereignty disputes. We say that the enemy is about to swallow us. The Fulanization agenda is not a joke, it's real. And they bad up to finish it and in the final phase of it. And we are saying we will not go into another Fulani election, Fulani organized election, except we sort out these sovereignty disputes. It's when we finish, we can now talk of election. As a result, Ninas, the next step is referendum, multi-regional referendums. Remember, it is our program. It's not Fulani program. Fulani's agenda is Fulanization, so they are running with that. The British agenda is colonialization, and they are running with that. But we, the indigenous people, our own agenda is self-determination, and we are running with that. We do not need the validation of Fulani or British or America or anybody, any foreigner. We don't need their validation or their approval because we are the owners of the land. So we are running with it. The next thing is referendum. And for us to make sure that this is not there, we said that something will be in place, which is transitional government. So the Ijaw people, we are talking to you now, as they're coming to bribe you with good luck, Ebele Jonathan. What changed? The good luck, Ebele Jonathan, that they removed 2015 and brought their Buhari that is killing them now. Why did they now suddenly think that is good luck they want to bring back in the same system? And we have told you in this platform that you cannot put a new wine in an old wine skin.
Nope, nope.
1999 Constitution must go down before we begin any other discussion, except you're bringing good luck to head the transitional government that we're talking about. And if that is what you have in mind, you don't need to wait till 2023 to get that done. What you will need to do, those that are listening to us, is to tell Buhari to step aside like they did in South Africa. Today, not tomorrow, not 2023. We don't need to vote. Tell Buhari to step aside, discuss with us, and you set up transitional government, because we need to talk about the member, the timeline, and the how it has to be done. Then put good luck to head the transitional government so that we begin what we're saying. And it has a mandate. The transitional government will have a mandate. Conducting referendum is part of it. And we are talking of regional referendums. Bringing down is after the referendum. The essence of referendum is to say who is inside and who is outside. When you finish that, that's when you now go to new constitution. That is how it's done. You have to give birth before you carry the baby. You don't carry the baby and then go and give birth. It's one after the next one. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you for today. We love you all the time.
All right, thank you so much. You can see I want to promote my Made in Aba. This is Afi here. It's straight from Aba. We are all about Aba region. So support our brothers and sisters in Aba. Do not be giving your money to Oscar de la Renta and all that stuff. Aba can do even better. So heads up to our Aba designers, sewers, and we will support you in everything that you're doing, because soon, very soon, we will have our own place. So till next week, remain safe. We will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe. Do not let the church leaders take you guys down with their rhetorics. Do not let them deceive you. Your brother is not your problem. Your mother is not your problem. Your neighbor is not your problem. The only problem that you have is the foreign federation called Nigeria, running under the military decree, fake 1999 constitution. If we understand that, then we'll be, we'll be where we're going. So again, Aba made. We're all about Aba made, man. You see, Nike, we'll continue to promote you guys, and before we know it, we'll get where we're going. Bye, brothers and sisters. Have a wonderful weekend.